Whiteness is a prevalent part of American society today due to historical facts and policies that have led to the power and privilege of white Americans. Through misconceptions and ignorance of our past, white people have remained in a superior status over people of color. With college students today, a lack of awareness about the factors that produce whiteness permeates throughout the campus of UP. Students' educational backgrounds influence their knowledge on race relations. Through their education, they gain their basis on their beliefs of race and society. Without exposure to all the pieces of history that have led to the production of whiteness, they are left uninformed and unaware of factors leading to racial inequality in American society. So, we asked students around the UP campus questions to see how much they have learned about these important factors throughout their education.
In school, we don't have, I wouldn't say like a lot of exposure to it.
I haven't really learned a lot about racial background in the U.S. I'm also from Montana, and so for us there's not a lot of diversity.
Not that much, just general like American history stuff.
Speaking from the heart, I would say that white people kind of suck a little bit, at least throughout history.
Well, I studied biology, so I don't really have much background.
I have no idea.
I don't know what whiteness is.
I don't know, it sets like white people, I guess, as superior maybe.
It's like superiority complex.
In America, it's you identify yourself as your race more when you're the minority rather than when you're the majority. So white people don't really identify themselves as really being white because they never have to experience their race.
I guess just being Caucasian or being identified as white.
It's just like how I was born. Didn't really have control over it, but I would say that being a white person, we probably are given more like opportunities, and so that's impacted my life without like me really even realizing it.
A lot of it, I think, is just like knowing the language, knowing the customs, just acting a certain way.
They believed in free rights and everything because America's founded on that, but they probably thought of it more for themselves rather than black people or other races.
They were racist men. I mean, that's just how culture was back then, though.
They were founded the country, so good for that. But at the same time, it was a whole another time and whole another era. So a lot of the ideas that they used and talked about shouldn't be used how they are currently.
Weren't some of them against slavery? And some of them were.
They actually themselves had slaves, so I think they were pretty for it.
If I remember correctly, I think they were pretty for it, which is pretty disgusting.
No.
No, I didn't know that.
I probably learned it. Yeah.
I knew that he had slaves, but not 250. That's a lot.
Probably all of them.
I'll go with German, Irish, I don't know.
That'd be German, probably.
I don't think any of them.
The Germans and Irish, they were the immigrants at that time living in the slums in like the East Coast cities. So just because of their skin color, they were still looked down upon because they were living in such horrible conditions and were the ones doing the jobs that no one else would do. All of them were white, but they were all part of a different class.
I've never heard of it. I have not heard of it.
No.
I have not.
I have no idea.
I guess it just makes me really sad that the white thought that they're superior for just like, seriously, a color of your skin.
Just hearing about it makes me feel kind of disbelief, but at the same time, I've also accepted that that was part of the history.
I feel like it's again pretty disheartening knowing that where we are in society today, we haven't gotten past race relations. Specifically, like segregated proms still going on and stuff like that. It's you think that in today's day and age we'd be past that, but we clearly aren't, which is disappointing.
After compiling evidence from our interviews, we have come to the conclusion that students' education has left out significant information about how whiteness has been produced. This is a problem because unawareness normalizes the system of power as natural. Through education, we can increase awareness. By acknowledging what has led to whiteness in our society, we will get one step closer to resolving the issue.
Oh gosh, I feel uninformed.